guys, welcome back to the channel. So today, as promised, we will be opening up yet another doll. Today we are opening up Truly Me number 64. She's a doll that I've wanted for a long time. I've always known I wanted to add her, but the timing was never quite right, but I found her for a really good deal and I was so excited to see her that I decided I just needed to get her. So that is today's video, but before we do that, I just wanted to let you guys know that I was on Dollcast, and if you guys haven't already seen it, to head over to Lynnlife AG's YouTube channel and check it out. We talked about all kinds of fun things from YouTube burnout to making videos and how to grow your channel. So if you guys haven't already seen it, make sure to go check it out. It was tons of fun and I'll link it in the description box down below so you guys can all check it out after this video. But right now it is time to open up Truly Me number 64 and compare her to some other dolls that I have and just take a really good look at her. So let's go right into the video. Here she is, Truly Me number 64, one of the prettiest dolls I feel AG has ever made, and I was obsessed with her from the moment I saw her, so I'm so glad that I get to open her and have her in my collection. So here she is, and we'll talk a little bit about her and her features and why I picked her out. So the thing that I really have noticed about number 64 is that her eyes are so distinct. She definitely has a different style. She has eye paint that makes it a lot sharper, and her eyes are actually a lot smaller. Although I will say there were about 10 of these dolls in the store, and this one had the smallest eyes of all of them. And I picked her out because she just looks so unique to me and just really stands out in my opinion. I absolutely love her eyes. And I'm kind of upset that the newer ones seem to have kind of bigger eyes, which is something that I really think was special about this doll, is that her eyes are smaller and are so distinct, and I just think she's gorgeous. So I'm gonna unbox her, but while I do that, I'm gonna kind of talk about stuff. So I have started to go on a hunt for all of the Jess molds. I've realized I have almost all of them now, so why not go all the way? She's actually not the only Jess mold I bought on my trip. I have one other doll I picked up that looks like her, and so I'm gonna open her up probably in the next couple weeks, but I don't want to overload you guys on unboxing videos because I know that's kind of annoying, so I'll try to wait on that. But yeah, I'm kind of on a hunt for all the Jess molds because they're all so cute. So now that we've got her out of the box, we're gonna kind of just look at her overall objectively before we compare her to anybody else, or I take off the hairnet and just look at her a little bit. I love her face paint. I think she's stunning. She has the typical Jess mold eyebrows and the lip paint. It is kind of more of a pinkish tone than some other Jess molds, but I really love it. She has rosy cheeks, which remind me a lot of Lily, and I love that. Her eyes are gorgeous. I love the eye paint. I think it adds such a distinct feature to her. And while I take off her hairnet, let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is she retired? Is she not retired? Was it actually a mistake? So if you guys didn't know, a couple weeks ago, American Girl removed number 64 from their website. Everyone freaked out for, I think, a few hours before American Girl actually said, never mind, it wasn't supposed to happen, it was a mistake, we didn't mean to remove her, and they put her back on the website, and as of now, I believe she is back on the website. I don't think they took her off again, but I do find that interesting, and as many other people were theorizing, I think that means the new line that comes out in the fall is going to have a doll that looks very similar to 64. So I guess we're gonna have to revisit this in a few months and see if that's kind of true or if it really was a mistake, which, you know, most people don't think it was. But either way, it's all good. She's back. So let's talk about her features. Let's really look at her and then compare her to both my number 40 and my number 84, and then do final thoughts, change her, all that good stuff. So I'm going to kind of be talking about the things that I wondered about her and then answer those questions for you guys, because before I actually saw her in person, I really didn't know if what I was seeing was real, if you know what I mean. So the first question I always had was, is her hair actually black, or is it kind of that brown color that Lily has where it looks black in the pictures but it's not actually? This doll does have true black hair, very similar to Truly Me number 84, but it is long, sleek, and straight like Lily's, but obviously a little bit longer. I love it. It seems to be the perfect length for hairstyles and to do things. It seems pretty simple, easy to maintain, all that kind of good stuff, so I definitely think she's a good doll for beginners. Needless to say, I'm really impressed so far, and I can't wait to see how she adds to my collection and how she compares to all my other Jess molds, and I'll be curious to see if she's ever able to overtake Lily as a favorite. So here she is very up close, so you guys can see all of her lip paint, face paint, eye makeup, eyebrows, all that good stuff. Sorry about her hair being a little wild, but I haven't had the chance to really clean it up yet. If you guys didn't know, after I get a new doll, I typically have to spend 10-15 minutes just taking out the hairs that don't work well with the rest of the hair, and that really helps them look better in the long run. But be careful with this, because sometimes you can pull out hair you don't wanna, so just make sure you're pulling from the root and that you're being very careful. But I'm getting off topic, so it's time for her name reveal. I had to think about this for a while. When I was driving home, I was looking at her the whole time thinking, what's gonna look good on this doll? I was debating whether I wanted to go with a Japanese name, which was the original idea, but the more I looked at her and the more I kind of looked at the list of names I already had and what I could kind of turn those names into if I didn't want to use that specific name, I have come to the conclusion that my Truly Me number 64's name is going to be Nile. So not spelled like the singer, but spelled like the river in Egypt. So I, as you guys know, am obsessed with naming my dolls countries, cities, ancient stuff, Egyptian specifically, and so I feel like Nile is just a really cute name for her, and I don't know what it is about her, but she definitely screams that name to me, so I'm very happy with that, and I can't wait to show her in future videos and be able to use her a lot, because honestly, ever since I got her, I just know she's going to be one of my new favorites, and you guys are going to see her way more than you want to, so get ready for all of that. So now it's time for comparisons. I have Nile next to Lily. Nile is my Truly Me number 64 on the left, and Lily is my Truly Me number 40 on the right. As you guys can see, they are super similar. They have a lot of similarities, and if you don't want dolls that look very similar, probably don't get both of these, but I don't mind it at all. I like the differences they have, and I think that's enough for me to really feel like I can have both. So basically the differences I'm seeing here are obviously the hair lengths. Nile does have slightly darker hair, hers is more black, while Lily does have some more chocolatey undertones to her hair. Their face makeup is very similar except for the eye paint, but other than that, they look very similar. Nile has eye paint while Lily does not, and Lily also has eyes that are just a little bit wider, not really all that noticeable, but Nile's I'd say is where it's noticeable because she does have very small eyes with that very sharp paint that makes her look a little bit more distinct, and it actually reminds me of like a character doll from American Girl. Like I feel like she kind of has that uniqueness to her that a lot of Truly Me's do not have, and I really love that. And the other doll we'll be comparing her to in this video is Truly Me number 84, Hyacinth. So on the left is Nile again, and on the right is Hyacinth. I will say that these two do look a lot more different than number 64 and 40 do, but that is just in my case, and sometimes American Girl isn't the most consistent with what their dolls look like, especially with the Jess mold I've noticed. Some of them have a lot smaller eyes, and some of them have a lot wider eyes, and it can be the exact same doll that looks completely different. So just because my two don't look the same doesn't mean yours won't, or that yours will. But either way, I really like that feature for American Girl. I know that it can be irritating for some people, but I think as long as that specific doll's eyes look the same, I don't mind it. It's just when the same doll has two different sized eyes. But anyway, I really like them. The thing that they have that's very similar is their hair color. Their hair length is very different. Pretty much their makeup is completely different too. Obviously, Hyacinth has kind of more of an orangey lip paint. They do have the same eye color, but other than that, I really don't think they look that similar, even though they are the same face mold and they do have kind of at a glance similar features. I really don't think that they look too similar to have both of them, but that's just in my opinion. So there's number 84 and 64. So at midnight last night, inspiration struck and I decided to change Nile into Blair's gardening outfit. I have no idea why, but I woke up in the middle of the night to do this. It was just, I don't know, I've been feeling weird. Either way, here she is. She looks adorable. I absolutely love how she looks in this outfit. I think she's gonna look good in like everything that I put her in, but either way, really, really cute. Final thoughts on her is that she's just adorable. Like, I really think she stands out, and I know that I'm biased because I absolutely love the Jess mold and I just love all the Jess mold dolls, but I do think that if you're like me in that way, that you really will appreciate 64. I think she's really stunning. She reminds me a lot of what I think Z probably looked like, but obviously Z is going for crazy amounts of money right now, so this is a really good option for you. And as far as I'm aware, I think she's still on the AGIG website, so there you go. She's a really good alternative. I love her completely. I'm completely obsessed. I think her hair is the perfect length where it's long enough to do really cute styles with, but not so long that you have to worry about tangling it or getting it too frizzy and dry. I really think this is an ideal doll for people who really want a low maintenance doll with really striking features. And like I said, I love her eye paint. I think it's the cutest thing I've ever seen, and I really hope that every Jess mold released moving forward has this feature because I think it takes the doll to a whole new level. But that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, as always, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below, let me know what you think of 64, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye guys!